know you actually played Prince Charming before he did?
Do you know what? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I did a movie called Prince Charming. It was, in fact, it was the first job I did when I moved to the US, and we shot it in New York and in Canada. And I have the worst wig in the history of worst wigs. I look like something at a Spinal Tap. If you don't know what that is, parents will explain. But do you know, I don't think I've ever talked to Josh about that. And also, he's a pretty good Prince Charming, so I'll leave my resume to one side. But you know, when I'm ever with Josh, I'm too busy laughing my butt off because Josh is hilarious and does a very good Kevin Spacey, Frank Underwood impression. So I'm always like, do Frank Underwood, do Frank Underwood. So I don't know, but I'll have to ask him when I see him next. But thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
There's a lot of confusion.
I was just wondering whether you prefer filming storybook scenes or enchanted forest scenes better.
To be honest, it's more about the material. I get excited about what the content of the scene is rather than the environment. But storybook's fun because a lot of the fans of the show will come down and watch us film, especially in the summer months. It's really pretty in Steveston where we film, and they've been, you know, over the years kind of growing crowds. So it feels like we're doing street theatre. So I kind of get a kick out of doing the storybook scenes. Is he heckling?
Yes, he's getting ready for
Security!
He's getting ready for some ridiculous question that will be funny.
But yeah, and also whenever we're in the forest, it just seems to rain non-stop. We're all trudging through the mud. So I think I would probably say storybook.
Is either costume more comfortable?
The modern day costume is much more comfortable, but the original Robin Hood costume is so much more cooler. So yeah, it's a 50-50.
It's just funny, like I'm in these, like when I'm in storybook, I have these like boot shoes, right, that leak. And then like I think they're designer, like Aldo, you know that's company Aldo, they're Aldo boots. And I'm like, this isn't good for muck. But they look good, so you're like,
good. That's the thing. I mean, even if the costumes are uncomfortable, I think most actors will tell you you'll put up with it because there's an old saying: "Pain is temporary, film is forever." You know, so even if it feels uncomfortable, once it's shot, it's there for the ages. Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
So my question is for you is that obviously between you and Henry have a very close relationship. So I was wondering what Robin's relationship would be with Henry, and what's your relationship with Jared Gilmore?
Oh, well, with Jared, I mean, he's just a remarkable, I wouldn't say boy, but he's a young man now. I mean, even in the 3 years I've been on the show, I've seen him go from that to this, and he's nearly my height now, and he's such a good lad, you know, he's so sweet and dear, and his parents have done a phenomenal job of raising him, because you forget, you know, it's changed all of our lives being on the show, because it was a big sitting in front of hundreds of people, and to be that young and to have an experience like he has, and to just take it in his stride, I've got huge admiration for him. I think he's a great talent. With regards to Robin and Henry, I think it's very much that kind of nice stepfatherly kind of role. I think Robin's a very fatherly kind of figure, and obviously he has a son Roland and a little baby Nameless, or Prince, as I call her. And so I think his love for Regina just extends to Henry, you know, and I find myself, whenever I'm in scenes with Jared, always being quite tactile. I don't know whether it's planned or whether it just organically happens, but maybe because I like Jared so much, I feel very comfortable kind of resting a hand on his shoulder. But yeah, just a smashing boy, he really is. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my question is, who or what inspired you to be an actor?
Oh, well,